Welcome to Talk Bowling, episode 134. I'm Dustin Seymour.
I'm Tony Rucco. Talk Bowling is proud to be bringing you the latest information from the bowling industry, bowling tips, and updates from the world's largest bowling website, bowlingball.com.
That's right.
All right, happy August.
Yeah.
Ish.
Can't believe we're there already.
Whew.
Years flying by.
Just cruising. All right, I'm going to start because I can read the guy's name, so
Cool.
I can't read the next guy's name. Question from YouTube. One thing I think would help is getting used to a tight thumb hole. I've always had a fear of it getting stuck and going down the lane with the ball. Any tips or pointers on how to get used to a tighter thumb hole for more accuracy or control? From Smoke City 83.
Well, I think it's something that a lot of people have issues with. The first thing you want to do is when you first get a ball, please try not to open it up too much, because that's where people get in trouble. They make it too big and then you have to squeeze to hang on to it. What you want to do if your thumb is already a little too big and you want to make it tighter, I would say to start by putting a piece of tape in, get used to that, put another piece in. Once you get comfortable with 2 or 3 pieces of tape in there, I would put a slug in the ball to make it that size.
Yeah.
But another thing that most people's thumbs are oval.
Right.
And a lot of people, they start out with a round thumb hole. Well, that's never going to feel right on your thumb. So have an oval thumb drilled, but I think if you add tape gradually over time, eventually you'll learn to relax your thumb.
Yeah, and the term tight thumb hole, I guess, is a strange one. I know way back in the day we used to see like Mark Roth, what would look like he was screwing his thumb into the ball, and he did throw a very tight thumb hole, but he also had a super oval thumb, obviously from calluses. There weren't oval presses at the time to drill holes, so who knows what he was doing for feel, but it shouldn't be tight, so you shouldn't be squeezing, but you should be able to get your thumb out of the ball. So I think, like Dustin said, is if you have your thumb closed, if it's closed, start putting tape in it. But I don't know what the advantages of a tight thumb hole would be. The optimal thing is to find a thumb hole where you're not squeezing, where your thumb can be relaxed, the ball can still come off of your hand. It doesn't have to necessarily be tight. I guess if you're used to a big sloppy thumb hole, then the term tight just means that it fits you. So like Dustin said, I would tape it until you're at that point, and then you can play around with it a little bit. If you're close, you can put more tape in, and you can try putting some protecting tape on your thumb, because although it's adding a layer, it seems counterintuitive, it does make your thumb come out of the ball quicker. So you can sometimes throw a tighter thumb if you have protecting tape on your thumb as well. But yeah, like Dustin said, I would just get it where it's right, not necessarily tight. I don't know how tight you want it.
There's a point where it's too tight and you have to literally force it off your thumb. That's never going to be... Chris Barnes used a really tight thumb, like you said, Mark Roth. You just want it... There is a point where it's not super tight, but you don't have to squeeze, and
Correct.
You literally can totally relax your thumb.
And that's all you're looking for.
Yeah.
And it will come from ovals, too. If you find a good pro shop, even if you're at the beginning stages of bowling, having an oval thumb isn't something just for professionals. Your thumb is oval. The hole should be oval to match.
A good pro shop will take all of that into account. Even if it's your first ball. So.
For sure.
And honestly, that's more important than people that have been bowling for a long time. Is your first fit is super important.
Yeah.
So.
Good question, Smoke City 83.
That's right.
S-Smoke.
Say hi to Trolling Ewok.
T-Rolling Ewok.
T-Rolling Ewok.
Yeah.
All right, another question from YouTube. Why do some pro shops scribe the bowler's specs on the ball? What tool do they use to do it? And that's from Kasey. Gosh, I'm not sure this. Kasey Uyesugi. That might have been pretty good. Kasey, let me know.
that sounded good.
Watching Iron Chef all these years really paid off on me.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I used to love saying,
what was the
hero? Morimoto.
Morimoto.
Yeah,
I
can't think of the other ones.
Well, Kasey, I have a really bad... So, in my opinion, pro shops scribe bowling balls to make the customer believe that they didn't miss their specs. I know that's not right.
Or make people feel like they're pro bowlers.
The pros used to use scribes on the track. I don't know if they do anymore, honestly, or not. There are some guys that do. The line won't rub off. There are benefits to it. If a pro shop is scribing Joe Blow's ball, whatever. It could be because that's just what they're used to. It could also be that they want everyone in the bowling center to think they don't miss their lines.
Even though they draw it on afterwards.
Correct, which is what happens with most pro shops. I know that Scribe, there's a grease pencil like the rest of the world uses, and then they put scribes over the grease pencil once they're all done and they've hit their lines. So, or if they've missed the lines and they just make you think they hit their lines. So, there are some legitimate purposes. It started on the tour, I believe, on the tour. That's how they started it. And
honestly, that was probably just so they could line it up to weigh it. Or something. Maybe.
I'm sure there was a practical use. We could probably find out for you. Keith probably knows. I don't think Keith ever scribed balls, even on the ladies' tour, though.
They make scribe tools, but
yeah, that's all. It's not like a special. You can use
bevel knife.
You can use the tip of a bevel knife. You can use the tip of a we use a compass to do some layouts, and it has that pointy metal tip. You can use that. It really doesn't mean much.
I've never scribed a ball in my life.
Yeah. So good question. I haven't heard of that. It's kind of like if someone drilled a mill hole in the top of the fingers now, people would look at them like they were crazy. So, yeah, good question, but I don't think there's just a feel thing. Some pro shops do.
All right, upcoming releases. We're not there yet. August 11th.
I don't know. Maybe releasing today.
These may have come out today. Roto Grip No Rules Exist, Hot Sell, Show Off, and Hustle Inc.
And on August 15th, the Brunswick Vintage Inferno, Magnitude 035, DV8 Pitbull Growl, and DV8 Rumor.
And keep an eye out for the new Pyramid releases that are coming soon.
The secret releases.
They are. And because they will be out soon.
Yes. All right, contests. We give a ball away each week on bowlingball.com. Just click the 52-week, 52 winners image on the right side of the page to register.
And bowlingboards.com also gives a ball away each week. I really am having trouble with the contest.
Yoda.
Head over to bowlingboards.com, register, and make at least one post per week to be entered.
Good work. Pyramid Bowling also has weekly giveaways on their Facebook page, facebook.com/pyramidbowling. Go check that out. The contest changes each week. And all contests reset each week, so be sure to sign up each and every week.
If you'd like to contact us, send us some questions. Email us at questions@talkbowling.com. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/talkbowling. Twitter is @talkbowling, and you can leave a comment on talkbowling.com.
Boom. Okay. Last week's question of the week. June 20th, 1997 marked the final episode of ABC Sports' Professional Bowlers Tour. Where was the tournament held? The answer, Fairview Heights, Illinois. Who won?
The old Walter Goat Williams Jr.
I see.
He beat Pete Weber in the last match.
Really?
Yeah.
97, just on a danger zone?
Something like that. I think it was a quantum, actually.
Ooh.
And this week's question of the week, which PBA member holds the record for single season earnings without winning a tournament, and how much did they win?
I don't know who that is.
It's not, it's a tough one.
Alright. Oh, I just went by my thing. Alright, in closing, please remember that bowlingball.com is free shipping on every item every day. No hidden handling fees, no packaging fees, no added insurance fees, and no minimum purchase. The price shown is the price you pay at checkout. Bowlingball.com, it's where bowlers go.